Hello, everybody. Welcome to Module 4, Week 4. This week, we are going to be discussing, analyzing, and assessing inequities due to race, ethnicity, gender, and sexual orientation. You're tasked with investigating and reflecting on the success or failure of past policies. Students will consider the extent to which society can and should legislate or solve issues of prejudice and discrimination. Please ground your work not in your opinion, not in your notions, not in what you think about this, but in a clear-headed analysis of the material we have in front of us. In order to get started, let's first read over the information to get started with this module. Okay, we're going to be talking about institutional discrimination. That's discrimination that's not individual. Do not tell me about people being prejudiced, okay? That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about policies that are embedded in the way that large-scale patterns of resources are distributed. Suggest a potential solution, identify an organization that deals with this. The EEOC, for example, a government entity, it deals with sex discrimination issues, right? And formulate a single solution to combat the problem, okay? And illustrate how social theory guides the implementation of a solution. So before you get started and dive into writing away, please let's review the material. Let's go back out to Module 4 and look and do a module overview. Okay, please read this module overview here about race and gender, okay, about social stratification, and about types of discrimination, okay? Okay, so please read this thoroughly before you start typing away and submit something in a discussion. Let's go back down now and look at the discussion. The 6th page in Chapter 7, and I'm going to look for evidence that you've read and applied what we discuss in this chapter. Define and describe institutional discrimination. When an individual or group of individuals experiences discrimination by an organization, this is institutional discrimination. Some would argue that brutality inflicted by police against African Americans constitutes institutional discrimination. I will elaborate on that and say it usually has to do with procedures that stem from policing policies, okay? So reflect on the inequalities you read about, not that come out of your mind, not that you picked up on the fly from having a conversation or your opinion, but that you read about. And, examine either a racial or ethnic group or gender or sexual orientation group through the lens of institutionalized discrimination. Okay? So that's your discussion for the week. Okay. I want to make clear that you are to include a reference using APA format available. Landing page, the home page of the course. And that as you do this, okay, that you evidence that you have read the material, that you didn't just, most people are doing really great work, but a few folks are they're kind of just writing from the hip. This is not about your opinion, okay? Your opinion is not, unless your opinion is grounded in some evidence. Now, you could have an opinion that's different, that's fine, than mine. I'm not asking you to have my view of this, but at least identify the components of the problem. Don't just start writing. If you're doing that, you know, you got a problem, and I've indicated that you have a problem here. But most people are grounding their work, I think, and you should be very pleased with this, in a thoroughgoing, you know, review and assessment of the material you have in front of you. So please, you know, please do that before you start writing in a discussion. You're not going to get points for just writing your free form writing. And edit your work, please, before you submit it. Most people are, but if I've indicated to you that you need to do this, please follow suit. Okay? All right, take care, and we'll look for you in the discussion. Thank you. Week 3's work should be graded within the next 3 days. Okay? Thank you very much.